In this video, I'm going to talk about creating links to highlighted text and some cool applications where this might be useful for you. Let's say, for example, that I wanted to share something on this page with someone, and I didn't want them to have to read the whole page to get the point of whatever I was going to say or wanted them to see. But let's say this was a relevant sentence right here. Let's say that I want to send them this, and that I want them to be able to click on the link, and when they click on it, it'll take them to this particular part of the page and highlight it. Well, I could do that by using the mouse to click and drag across it to select the text, then right-click on the text and click Copy Link to Highlight. This is in Chrome. I don't know if other browsers have this feature. But then you could paste that link, and it should open up that window and take you to that text and highlight it, and it does. Now, let me go to an email right quick. And let's say I wanted to send that in an email. If I paste that in the email, it's going to look all crazy. So probably that's not what I want to show. So what I could do, if I want to put it into an email, is I could instead press Control. Now this is in Gmail. I don't know about other email applications. This may or may not work in other places. But with Gmail, if you press Control K, it will, when you're typing a message, then it will open this little box, and you could type whatever you want, and this is where it says text to display, and that will be the text that shows up in your email. So I might say something like, "This is the link," and then if you paste the link in where the link should take you to and press OK, then it will display "This is the link." But when you're still composing it, you could test it. If you click on the link, it doesn't take you there right away, but it will open this little box. If you click on this, it should open a new window and take you to that page and show you the highlighted text. But it doesn't. Okay, I don't know why, but for some reason, when you do this and you try to put that useful link into Gmail and you hide it underneath another link, then that makes it so it doesn't work right, where at least it'll take you to this page, but it doesn't highlight it properly. And I don't know enough about it to explain why, but I do have a good way of making it actually work. So if you take that link, that crazy long link, and you paste it in to, let's see, I guess that's it, and you paste it into this TinyURL website, and you click Shorten URL, it'll give you a shorter link, and you can copy that link, and you can paste it. Let's test it out first, see if it works. All right, it does work. It took you right there, and it highlighted the relevant section of the website. And now, let's go back in here to Gmail, and let's change this link and paste in the shortened link and click OK. And now let's try it. Now it works. Okay, so I don't know what happened in the interim, but I think what happens with this TinyURL website is that whatever you paste in there, that it configures it in such a way that it goes through the TinyURL website, and then TinyURL then connects you to this website. So whatever happens in the link with all these %20s that show up that make it highlight this text, that information is retained in the link when you shorten it using tinyurl.com, and it doesn't get lost when you insert it into a message in an email. And so by using this combination of things, you can accomplish that. Now, there's another way that you can make these highlights if you're not using Chrome, and if you have trouble getting them to work. Sometimes this will work over here, and sometimes this function that I was about to describe, sometimes it doesn't work when the functionality here in Chrome works, where you can right-click and choose Copy Link to Highlight. So I'm not sure why some are more reliable than others in different circumstances, but at this PositiveGeek.com website, if you go there and you look under Tools, they have a Create a Link to Text, and that'll take you to here where I have this shortcut set up in one of my web apps that I created using Chrome, that you can see how to do that from another video if you like. It's on the same channel. But let's try it and I'll show you how this one works. Okay, so let me close this one out and get to one that doesn't have the link already on it, that's already highlighted. All right, so this was just the home page of this website. So let me put it over here. And let's say I want to select this text this time. Well, actually, first, what I need to do is I need to copy the normal web address, and I need to paste that in over here. And they have a couple different ways you can do it, and you got to select an option whether you are going to highlight a sentence or highlight a whole paragraph. When you highlight the paragraph, you enter the first word and the last word from the paragraph. But if it happens that there's more than one paragraph on the page that has those same words, or if there are breaks in the paragraph or like a link in the paragraph, sometimes this won't work. And so if you click highlight a sentence, then I found this to be a more reliable way to create a link this way. Using the function in the Chrome browser where you can select text and then right click and choose copy link to highlight, that usually is the easier way to do it, and most of the time it works even if there's a link in there and even if it spans multiple paragraphs when you do it. But for the purposes of describing this, I'm just going to click on highlight a sentence, and I'll select some text in here that's not ridiculously long and that I don't think contains a link. I'll paste that in here, and I'll click generate, and then that will create this new link, so I can copy that, and you can paste it into a new tab to test it and see if it works. And it did work. It took to the same thing. And so if you then wanted to share that with somebody, you can either send this crazy long link, or you can go to a place like tinyurl.com. There's some other places that do the same thing, and you can shorten the link. So let's say you wanted to do that, and you weren't going to send it in the email where you could hide it underneath a specified link by pressing Control-K, but you could still include this shortened link in something like a Facebook post or a tweet or something like that you might send to somebody, or you can even send it in a text message if you're doing it from your phone, or if you have some web-based texting function that you can send it in. You can send somebody something that doesn't look insane like this. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll include links in the description to tinyurl.com, to this Positive Geek, and that way you could find these things easier. So hopefully that was helpful. If you find these kind of videos useful, then like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want, and click the bell notification icon so you'll be notified whenever I release a new video with something that will help you make your life more useful and productive, or for theological questions that I sometimes address. In any case, thanks for listening.